every element of the periodic table. So I can be sciencey, obviously, I guess. But because I've got all these moon things, I'm going to share moon things. I was earlier reading and I read moon poems, so I'm going to be doing more of the same. And because I don't have a surface, I'm going to show the Instagram photo, and I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to show it to the world. Da-da, da-da, da-da-da, moon image.
Oh, okay.
And it has a poem in it, and it has a photo that John took of the moon. I hope you can see this because I can't figure out angles because I'm not behind the camera, I'm in front of it, so I hope you can see it. Anywho, but this is a short one that I wrote about the moon for you, and it goes like this. If people get crazy during a full moon, it's only because a full moon is just so much brighter to us earthlings. For the moon's surface reflectiveness, all rough, textured, causes the full moon to be 6 times brighter than a half moon. Is that why we love the moonlight so? And when the moon is full and we bask in that moonlight, why is it so wrong if we all just want to get a little crazy? It doesn't relate to this, but I have another poem or two for you. And I told you I was going to do things on other moons, and this is one of them. Gotta go to Jupiter's moon. This was written on the 15th of July because in '94, the 15th of July is when the comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 crashed into Jupiter. So that is why this was written. When we on Earth wonder why we need a gas giant planet like Jupiter and its 79 moons orbiting so far away from us, we hear stories that these giants stopped many interstellar objects from crashing into us as our solar system first formed. But now we're into our teen years in solar system terms, and they don't do much for us when we're deep inside the solar system now. But silly you don't realize how tumultuous those comets could be, like Shoemaker-Levy 9, who kept getting closer to Jupiter. Back in '92, it flew extremely close to that planet, within the orbit of Jupiter's innermost moon, Métis, flying so close that it could actually destroy the moon inside the planet's Roche limit. But give it a few years, as we all astronomer types would think, and the big destruction would come true in '94. People make guesses. What if an interstellar body just was on a crash course with Earth? Well, we'd have to try to move its orbit, because blowing it up in space would only lead to many tiny fragments hitting the Earth instead, which is exactly what the astronomy world saw with Jupiter's gravitational pull. As Shoemaker-Levy 9 got too close, Jupiter actually tore the comet into 21 pieces, raining down into many collisions with this gas giant. Some astronomers even wondered if the collision would affect the Io, the moon Io Taurus, the torus of high energy particles that actually connects Jupiter with Io. Of course, we're talking about the volcanic moon Io. We're in love with learning about moons. We can't help it. We love gas giants, but we can't help but love learning about moons. How can they function where they are? How can some be so like Earth early in the solar system? We've seen that even mass comet collisions didn't destroy the moons of Jupiter, but we'll keep watching. Jupiter is the cosmic vacuum cleaner for our solar system, but this near equivalent of a second sun manages to keep 3 times as many moons orbiting as our sun does with planets. In mythology, Io was a priestess who became one of Zeus's lovers, which is fitting when Jupiter is the counterpart to the mythical Greek Zeus, and Jupiter has so many loyal moons. Ancient Greeks called Jupiter Phaethon, a shining one or blazing star, because Jupiter's orbiting moons are as intricate as planets to us. And I don't have something handy, so I'm going to find a different planet with different moons to share with you. This one is about Mars, because Mars has a couple of moons. You know, it's not just us with a moon, what a big deal. We look up to the stars and we reach out in any way we can imagine so we can learn everything there is out there. If the best way to do this is to send an unmanned spacecraft to the nearest planet to do a flyby and snap a few photos, then, well, that's what we'll do. We'll ship our ship to our nearest sibling and finally see the red planet, Mars. And what a view it was. It was our first chance to learn about an entirely new world, not so far away in our little corner of this galactic universe. This journey, the photos, whet our appetite and gave us a glimpse of what more we could learn. And that ship, in future study, brought into our focus 2 more moons to unravel, discovering Phobos and Deimos, 2 tiny orbs with the opposite fate of our own moon. Now, these 2 little moons are asteroid-sized and spin so close to Mars that we could barely see them. In mythology, Phobos is one of the twin sons of the god of war, Ares, Mars in Roman. And of these brothers, Phobos means fear, Deimos, flight. And unlike our moon, these moons do not fear their planet, as our moon's orbit actually pulls the moon away from Earth every single orbit. These Mars asteroid moons actually pull closer to Mars, so their fate will eventually be an epic collision with Mars that probably in their past took them in. So, as much as we like learning about everything from asteroids to moons, it is sad to know that after we learn of these beautiful little gems, we know they'll eventually be gone. So the only choice we have is to continue to look and continue to learn everything we can about these 2 precious Mars moons before they're gone, while we still have the time and we have the opportunity to find more out there to fall for.